Hello, everyone. And how are you all this morning? I'm feeling good. I really am. I felt good enough to put some stuff on me. I'm almost out of makeup, though, because I hardly ever wear anymore. I used to all the time, but lately, no. But I'm going back to it because I'm feeling better. Anyway, guys, um, on my plans of traveling, somebody asked me a question, because I am going back west. And one of you asked me, being that I got so sick last time, what am I doing different this time? Okay, last time we traveled so much. We left wherever it was we were. Anyhow, we were, I think, in Louisiana at the time. Anyhow, we drove all the way to Oklahoma, left Oklahoma, stopped several places in Oklahoma, took off, went to New Mexico, and we drove through. We stayed one night in the van, and that was it, and we just drove through. We went to Colorado, to Cortez, then we went to Durango, where halfway between Cortez and Durango, my van went blew up. So then we had to stay like almost a week in Durango till I had enough money and was able to get this van. And then we went back to Cortez, spent the night there, or a couple of nights, went on into Utah, spent the night there, went on down towards Flagstaff. We spent the night in a couple of days, I think it was, in one place there, and then they had the fire there in Flagstaff. So we moved from there. We went into another section of the National Forest, but which was not near the fire. And we stayed there possibly 2 weeks, I think, or close to it anyway. But by that time, I was exhausted. I was pure exhausted. I was wiped out. And then when we left there, we went to Sedona. That's when I got sick. I don't know if it was the heat, something I ate. I don't know what it was, because we did eat breakfast. But I got sick then. So we left there. We went on down to Prescott. Spent the night there in the National Forest for one day. And then we headed into Phoenix. Big mistake. The heat there was unbearable. Unbearable. I couldn't breathe hardly. I was weak. Everything. It just seemed like my body was just saying, give up. So we spent, I think, 2-3 days there, because my son lives there in Phoenix. And then we took off. Still the heat. No air conditioning. I mean, there is an air conditioner, but the fan does not work. So, I mean, you can feel it, but you don't feel it, It's not blowing out. Anyway, I went on, and on our way back south, going back to Louisiana anyway, I was so sick. I mean, I got very, very sick. I don't know if I did pass out or not, but I know that I had to stop because I couldn't drive any further. Okay, all that said, this time, we're not doing that. This time, I'm taking my time. I want to be in Flagstaff by the end of the month, but I'm not in a hurry. If I don't get there until after the first of the month, that's fine. I am not in a hurry. I am a lot better as far as health-wise. Um, at that time, when I had gone there, I had lost a lot of weight when I got sick in Quartzsite a couple of years before. And so it was like my body was never the same from that time. Well, now I have gained weight. Oh my God, I have gained, this is tight on me. I've gained weight. I feel, even though I had been sick a few months ago, that I think that was a lot to do with the medication I was given. I don't know what it was, but I'm over it, and I'm thankful for that. And I thank God, thank you very much. But I've gained a lot of weight since we've been here because we have been eating like, should I say, normal people, breakfast, lunch, and supper. When I'm out on the road, I don't eat the same way. I don't fix, or Noah, really, he's the one that normally cooks. And he's a good cook, let me tell you, he's a good cook. And I hate to cook, so I really appreciate that. Two things I hate to do, cook and do dishes. He likes doing both of them, so that's okay with me. But when we're camping out, I like to cook. I like to cook when I'm camping out. So now I am a lot healthier. And I learned a lesson from the last time. So I am going to continue nourishing my body the way it needs to be nourished. And continue nourishing my mind also, because that means a lot. But anyway, that's the story, and I'm sticking to that story, okay? But other than that, I'm not going to worry much about this coronavirus thing, because I'm going to be just as careful going as I am here. Mask, gloves when I go into a store or touch certain things, gloves, wash hands, sanitize. I mean, I've got the alcohol, and I mix my own. So, because you can't find, I mean, we were lucky to find the alcohol, and I got the 91%, I think it is, and plus a 50% one. So, I've got that, and I mix my own. So we'll have that. But I'm going to be just as cautious traveling as I am sitting here. And is it stay in place? Well, yeah, I'm going to stay in place in my home. This is what I call my home. And yeah, I'm staying in place. I mean, the only time probably that, unless there's somebody camping nearby, and then I'm still going to keep my distance away and keep my precautions no matter what. But only other time would be if I have to go to the store to get some food, or if we have to go get gas, then I will do that. But, you know, I'll make sure I've got my gloves, I'll make sure I got my sanitizer, I'll make sure of everything. So yeah, it's a little bit different than what it was when I went last time. But like I said, I want to go back to Sedona, but probably not until close to fall when it's cooler, because I know that it'll be a little bit warmer, say July, when I'd probably end up doing that. So I'm going to go further north. I'm going into Nevada. And I know the areas where it gets hot or it doesn't get quite as hot. I'm planning on us staying at the hot springs near Goldfield for a couple of days, 2-3 days, all depends. But then we'll head on to Rachel, and we'll probably spend the night there in Rachel, because I want to go from there to a lake that they have on the outside of Hawthorne, It's called Walker Lake. That's where we're going to go, and we'll spend a little bit of time there. I'm checking on everything, making sure that we can go there, making sure that we can stay in certain areas. You know, I'm planning. The whole thing is being planned. We're sitting there and we're planning it all. We got 2 atlases, one National Geographic and one Rand McNally. We have those 2 atlases, so road atlas, so that we can compare, because one is better than the other, always, you know. But anyway, that's the plans. That's what we're doing, and it is different than what we did before. I mean, it was really crazy. And by the way, it wasn't Louisiana. I went to Oklahoma. We were over at Crystal in Arkansas. Went from there to Oklahoma, and then, you know, all the way back. Didn't get to go to the salt lakes, or the salt, to go get salt crystals. We weren't able to do that because of the rain and all that. We couldn't drive back in there. But anyway, maybe another time. Who knows? But when I go to Rachel, I will take pictures of the aliens. Okay? Peace. Love you all. Take care. And don't forget, sanitize, wash, mask. Love you all.